This is Next Steps for Seniors with your host, Wendy Jones. Each week, Wendy brings resources and information to help guide you through those next steps with your elderly parents or loved ones. You can follow, subscribe, and share on your favorite podcast platform. If you have questions for Wendy or topic suggestions, you can email us at hello@nextstepsforseniors.com or call us at 248-651-5010.
Hello and welcome to Next Steps for Seniors, Conversations on Aging. I'm your host, Wendy Jones, and each and every week we love to have these discussions as we age about the future you. And that's why we're here today in the studio. And the topic today I am extremely excited about because it affects all women, and it is women's health as we age. That's our topic today. And in the studio is Berrion. Berrion Berry is her last name, and she is a women's health coach. And we are going to be talking about brain health and what happens to our hormones as we age. We're going to be talking about menopause, pre and post. We're going to be talking about inflammation in the body, sugar, all these hot topics that women really all want to know about, including myself. So I'm blessed to have her here. And I want to, before we start, just say that we are not physicians. PCP is your primary care physician, and we do recommend that you consult your physicians. So good morning, Berry. I'm so happy to have you here today.
Good morning. I am so excited to be here talking women's health as we age. There's so much goodness that we're about to jump into.
Yes, we are, and we're going to do it right away because this is a topic I think that the older we get, the more we start thinking about is our brain. And because June is Health Awareness Month for brain, I want to just make people aware that from what I've researched, and that's why I'm glad you're here, as we age, like your hormones are really a huge part of your brain health. Mm-hmm. So I would love for you to kind of like share with us what you know about that in relationship to how the brain works.
Yeah, so essentially what happens is your brain, as we know, it starts to, I don't want to say decline in functionality, but it does slowly begin to shut down as you age, especially if you are walking around with hormonal imbalances, you have imbalanced blood sugar levels. There's so many different things that will happen, and it's basically just slowing down the functionality and the processing. And you're probably thinking, well, how can I, slow the slowing down process, right?
Exactly.
So one of the things I love to recommend is that you really get out ahead of your hormones in that slowing down. So you can incorporate things like your medicinal mushrooms like reishi and chaga and cordyceps. And that's just a simple thing you can add to your morning coffee. Those things are actually shown to help boost the cognitive function that is happening. Stabilizing your blood sugar levels is another thing that you can actually do. So what does that mean? It means making sure that you're not going more than 3 to 4 hours without actually nourishing your body. So when I'm saying don't go more than 3 or 4 hours, you want to make sure that you have a really nice snack in. Maybe you have some almonds, you have some Brazil nuts, things that are actually nourishing. They contain your protein, they contain healthy fats, they contain fiber and things of that sort.
So is it true that your estrogen decreases as you age?
Yes. So after about 40, there is a decrease in your estrogen levels. And often what happens is with a decrease in estrogen, we notice there's a change in your mood. You might notice a few hot flashes happening, right? These things are all going to be impacting the way that your brain is functioning, the way that your moods are, and the way that your overall body is holding on to things.
Interesting. It's fascinating to me. So let me ask you this. If you could narrow down, what are the top 2 things that women could do? Mm-hmm. Is it really diet, or is it doing crossword puzzles or Sudoku or brain memory games?
Okay, so I know you want me to narrow it down to 2, but I have to go with 4 because there's something I call a fabulous foundation.
Okay, 4 is good.
Okay, so there are 4 areas you want to focus on. Proper hydration in the body. So making sure that you're not only getting enough water every single day, but getting something like coconut water that can help with the electrolytes, right? Having a nice tea, so nettle or hibiscus tea. Proper hydration is number one. Second is remineralizing the body and supplementing with the right things. Now, how you choose to supplement is going to really be based off of what your body is doing, but it is so vitally important that you're making sure your body has enough trace minerals, because that's what's controlling and regulating your hormones. At the end of the day, if you want to make sure that you're not dealing with hot flashes when it comes to like menopause, make sure you actually have the right hormone levels, or better yet, mineral levels to produce hormones. The third area is nutrition optimization. I don't care where you fall on the dietary spectrum. There are 3 things you have to make sure you're getting in: protein, healthy fat, fiber. Period, dot, end of story. These are our macronutrients. It's going to help with your liver functioning. It's going to help with your hormones. It's going to help with your thyroid. Just so many great things. And the very last thing is nervous system regulation. Whenever I say that, people are like, what are you talking about? So there's some people who are all about stress management, which I absolutely love. But when you get to a certain age, managing stress is not as easy as it used to be. Okay. Because now there's a lot more on your plate, right?
You're just talking to all of us right now. Yes.
So when we're talking about nervous system regulation, I really want you to make time in your morning or just sometime throughout the day. Journal, pray, meditate, go on a walk, really calm down the nervous system, get out of fight or flight and into rest and digest. That right there actually does more for your hormones than any other thing that you probably think it's going to do for your hormones.
Rest.
Yeah.
That is the key word for women, because we are nurturers, right? Mm-hmm. We want to take care of everybody. We want to make sure everybody's happy. We want to step into action, and it's almost impossible to get to that state of rest. Mm-hmm. So I love it. Prayer, I do that every morning, definitely helps me, and journaling is fantastic. Meditation, whatever it takes. I love that you're mentioning that, and it is a key thing. There's no doubt. So let me ask you this question. Inflammation is another huge topic. Mm-hmm. And that's for everyone, not just women. But what is your recommendation on that?
So inflammation is, honestly, there are some people who are more predisposed to inflammation than other people, just based off of their lifestyle, based off of genetic markers in their blood. Here is my number one tip: an anti-inflammatory diet. And a lot of people are like, what does that look like? I will say this till I'm blue in the face: protein, healthy fat, fiber. Period, not end of story.
So when you say protein, you're not talking about red meat. You're talking about salmon and
lean
healthy
proteins.
Okay.
Very lean proteins. And I don't have anything against red meat as long as it's a healthy cut of meat. So we want to kind of stay away from things that are super fatty, like pork, right? That's actually going to increase inflammation in the body. And it's associated with so many different conditions that people are dealing with, like high blood pressure, high cholesterol. So when I say protein, think lean proteins. I'm a big fan of salmon. I'm a really big fan of like halal and kosher cuts of meat, because it's just different. The body breaks it down differently. It's more bioavailable than other sources of protein. Venison.
So if there is one meat we're going to stay away from, it would be pork. And what a great, I mean, that's simple, right?
Yeah. I mean, I know we all like our bacon from time to time, but it's not really the best thing when you think about it. It tastes great, but what's it doing to your body after, right?
Not worth it.
Yeah.
Not worth the sacrifice. And that's why we're here today. Because I think what you're doing really well is educating us on, if we can just do these key things and stay away from these key things, we will see a difference in our health and our brain function. Mm-hmm. Fantastic. And also inflammation as far as like arthritis and those types of things as we age.
Yeah. So this is one of my favorite topics in the entire world. And the reason I love inflammation as we age, people probably like, I don't want that. It's as simple as moving your body every single day and not actually overexerting yourself. So I don't know if you're like me, but I see people like going hard in the gym and it's like, we're intense. And I'm like, calm down. Okay. Take a deep breath. move gently, getting in the water, doing like a water exercise of any sort, whether you're swimming, doing water aerobics, that can really help you. Pickleball, it's really great. Moving.
Fastest growing sport in the world today. I just had to throw that in.
It truly is. But it can really just change you. As you're moving your body, it helps to regulate your blood sugar levels. When you have regulated blood sugar levels, you can decrease inflammation without doing a lot of extra work.
Okay, so can we move into blood sugar? Because you just said it. Mm-hmm. As we age, a lot of people are on medication for their sugar, their cholesterol. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't love it, but I can respect it. And so here's what I will say. For every medication you are on, find a plant, whether it's a fruit or vegetable, a tea, and complement the medication. So when I say complement it, I don't want you to remove what you're doing because you're obviously listening to your doctor and making the best decision. But I think it's really great to have things such as nettle and hibiscus and rooibos tea on hand, because those things can actually replenish the body to help stabilize the blood sugar. Often people don't know that medication can kind of deplete the body at times of certain nutrients without intentionally trying to do it. So that's one of the first things I would recommend.
Well, I am very grateful for you, and I would love you to share your phone number with our listeners so they can reach out to you.
Sure. My number is 248-734-3553, and feel free to call me. I might not answer, but leave a voicemail.
It is time to embrace this time in our lives instead of be fearful of it as we age. So thank you for tuning in to Next Steps for Seniors, Conversations on Aging. You can reach us at 248-651-5010. And I would like to take this moment to also share some information about one of our advertisers. It's called Caring Transitions. Caring Transitions really is a phenomenal product that you can call and order this service. And what they will do is they will help you transition all of your items from one house to another. They will help you simplify your life. They will do an estate sale. They will do packing. They will just make your lives easier. Even if you want to do some things like get rid of items, right? And give them to somebody else that can use them. So Caring Transitions, highly recommend them. Wanted to share Alyssa's number with you. She is our first advertiser on this podcast and is fantastic. It is 248-783-6283. Call Alyssa, Caring Transitions, and you will not be disappointed. This is a time to embrace in our lives as we age instead of being fearful of it. So thank you for listening to Next Steps for Seniors, Conversations on Aging. Our phone number is 248-651-5010. Did you know that Next Steps for Seniors has a business and a foundation? The foundation is a nonprofit created to bridge the financial gap between what seniors have and what they need to live safely with dignity and respect. If you're interested in attending one of our fantastic fundraising events, volunteering, or to sponsor a senior, visit us on our website at nextsteps4seniorsfoundation.org, or you can reach us at 248-651-5010. Next Steps for Seniors Foundation.